Hello dear students of Standard 10. Welcome to DAV Mobile Public School. I am your social science teacher Nitin Pushpa today. Today I will take the revision of Lifelines of National Economy part first. So let's start our today's online session. Transport in India. Listen, movements of goods and services from supply locations to demand location is termed as transportation. Classification of transport. That means transport can be categorized as land transport, water transport and air transport. First, land transport. Roadways, railways and pipelines, these are the means of land transport. Okay, first, roadways. India has about 2.5 million kilometers of roads. That includes different type of roads. Students, road transport is growing in importance as compared to railways. Listen students, it's a very important because construction cost of roads is much lower than the railway cost. Listen, roads can be built in uneven surfaces like hills and mountains. Road transport is economical in a transportation of few persons and relatively smallest amount of goods over the short distances. It is also provides door-to-door services. Road transport links the other modes of transport like between the railway stations, air and seaports. Okay, then students, classification of roads on the basis of capacity. First, golden quadrilateral superhighways. These are 6-lane highways managed by the National Highway Authority India. Listen, first Golden Quadrilateral Highway linking Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai, North-South Corridor, East-West Corridor. So these are the Golden Quadrilateral Super Highways. Second, National Highways. They link extreme parts of the country. National highways are the primary road system and they are constructed and maintained by the Central Public Work Department, that means CPWD. Some well-known national highways like first NH1, that means National Highway number 1. It linked the cities Delhi and Amritsar. Students, combinedly the length of National Highway number 1 and National Highway number 2 is also known as Sher Shah Suri Marg. The next one, State Highway. These are the roads linking a state capital with its district headquarters. They are constructed and maintained by the State Public Work Department in states and union territories. Next type is district roads. These roads connect the district headquarters with other places of the district. These roads are maintained by the Jilla Parishad of the district. Then next, other roads. Rural roads which link rural areas and villages with the towns are classified under this category. These are constructed under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana, that means PMGSY. Next one, border roads. The border roads organization, that means BRO, constructs and maintains the roads in the border areas of the country. It was established in near about in a 1960. Students, other than on the basis of material, roads can be classified as metal roads and unmetalled roads. Metal roads may be made up of the cement, concrete or even the bitumen of coal. Unmetalled road, they are made of the clay, crushed rocks and can be used in a dry season only. Students, again one most important topic is point is what? Road density. What do you mean by the road density? Listen, the length of the road per 100 square kilometer of area is known as density of roads. Listen students, the length of road per 100 square kilometer of area is known as density of roads. So these are the classification of roads. Students, we are observing many problems are faced by the road transportation. Listen, which are these? Many roads being unmetalled, due to which transportation is difficult during rainy season. Inadequate reach of the national highways in many places. High traffic congestion on roads in cities. Bridges and tunnels connecting roads are old and narrow at many places. So these problems faced by the road transportation in India. Next one, railways. Railways are the most important, that means principal mode of transportation for goods and passengers in India. It carry bulky weight and it is excellent for the long distances. Indian Railway is the largest public sector. Railway has 70,000 kilometer network in our country. Students, for the better administration, Indian Railways are divided into 19 zones and again some divisions. Okay, so there are the many challenges in front of the railways. Listen, it is difficult to lay railway lines in a sandy plains of western India and hilly and the mountainous regions like Himalaya and the peninsula of India. It requires construction of bridges over the rivers in north and eastern India. These are problems of sinking of railway tracks and landslides blocking the track. The initial cost of laying the tracks are too high. So these are the challenges in front of railway. Again, students, some problems faced by the Indian Railway. Listen first. Many passengers travel without tickets. Theft and damaging of railways property has not yet stopped completely. People stop train by pulling the chain unnecessarily. That causes the heavy damage to the railway. In such of that students, railway just play an important role as a lifeline of Indian economy. Next one, pipelines. It is the most important means of transportation in our country. Pipelines are used for the transporting crude oil, petroleum products and natural gas, and again some solids like iron slurry. Inland locations of refineries like Barauni, Mathura, Panipat are viable because of pipelines. Initial cost of laying the pipelines is high, but subsequent running costs are minimal. This can be transshipment losses or delays through the pipelines. Students, in our country, some important pipeline networks. Listen, from oil fields in Upper Assam to Kanpur via Guwahati, Barauni and Allahabad. Then again from the Salaya in Gujarat to Jalandhar in Punjab via Viramgam, then Mathura, Delhi and Sonipat. Again, gas pipeline from the Hajira in Gujarat to Jagdishpur in UP via Vijapur. That means HJV pipeline. So this is the pipeline. Okay, it is the most important means of transportation in our country. It play a major role in a contribute of Indian economy. Then next one, waterways. Waterways are the cheapest means of transportation. It is fuel efficient, environment friendly and suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. It is categorized in two ways, inland waterways and overseas waterways. First, inland waterways. It is done within a country. India has inland navigation waterways near about the 15,000 kilometers. Inland navigation waterways are navigable by mechanized boats. Okay, then overseas waterways. It is done country to country by mechanized boats and ships. So it's called the overseas waterways. The next ones, major seaports. The country's 95% foreign trade is moved by sea, that constitutes 68% in terms of the values. With a long coastal line of about the 7,516 km, India has the 12 major and 200 intermediate and the minor ports. That means students, in our country there are the many major ports in our country for import and export purpose. Okay students, I am telling some important seaports of India. Listen first, Kandla in Gulf of Gujarat, Mumbai, Maharashtra, then Marmango, Panji, Goa, New Mangalore, Karnataka, then Kochi, Kerala, Tuticorin, Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, Paradweep, Odisha, export for iron ore. Then Kolkata, West Bengal, tidal port. Then Haldia, West Bengal. So these are the major ports in our country. Students, definitely these major ports play important role in Indian economy. The next one, airways. The air travel is the faster, most comfortable and prestigious mode of transportation. It can cover the very difficult terrain like high mountains, vast deserts, dense forests and long oceanic stretches with great ease. Air transport was nationalized in 1953. Indian Airlines, Alliance Air, then private scheduled airlines and non-scheduled operators provide the domestic air services. Again, Air India provides the international air service. Which one? Air India provides international air services to us. Pawan Hans Helicopters Limited provides the helicopter services to Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, that means ONGC, in its offshore operations to inaccessible areas and the difficult terrains like the northeastern states. and the interior parts of the Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Okay, Pawan Hans Helicopters Limited play an important role. That means Airways. So in such of that, in the contribution of Indian economy, Airways play an important role. Okay students, today we discuss about the land transport, water transport and air transport. I will take the revision of remaining portion of this lesson in the next online session. So till then, thank you very much and have a nice day.